Have you ever found yourself frustrated by a missing method in a programming library? It can be a real headache, right? If you've been searching for a SetByIndex equivalent in System.Collections.Generic.SortedList, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to tackle this issue head-on. I completely understand your concern. It's annoying when you know a method exists in one version of a library, but not in another. You're not alone in this. Many developers face similar challenges when transitioning between different versions of libraries. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user recently asked, what is the equivalent of SetByIndex in System.Collections.Generic.SortedList? They highlighted the efficiency of the non-generic version and expressed frustration over the lack of a similar method in the generic version. Sound familiar? If so, let's explore this together. So why is this happening? The generic sorted list does not support a SetByIndex method due to its design. While both classes use sorted arrays, the generic version requires modifications to be made through the original sorted list, which can be limiting. Let's break this down further. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a workaround that can help you achieve similar functionality without the SetByIndex method. To achieve a similar functionality to SetByIndex in the generic sorted list, the user can create a custom method that allows modifying values by index. This method will directly access the underlying array of the sorted list. Next, the user should implement this method in their container class. This will allow them to modify values by index without encountering the exception. Now, the user can replace the existing value modification logic in the merge method. Instead of using the key to modify values, they can call the new setValueByIndex method. Finally, the user should test the new implementation to ensure that it performs efficiently. They can profile the application again to confirm that the time spent in string comparisons has decreased. Fun fact, did you know that the first programming languages were created in the 1950s? It's incredible how far we've come in just a few decades. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution was provided by a user who pointed out that a feature request for a SetByIndex equivalent was opened on GitHub. This request was implemented in a later update, but it's important to note that this feature is not available in .NET 6.0 or earlier versions. Let's take a moment to review another user's answer. An alternative approach suggests using the values property of the sorted list to access an iList of values. This allows you to retrieve a value by index efficiently, as it's an O1 operation. For example, you can use mySortedList.ValuesI to get the value at index I. Additionally, if your value type is a struct, you can pass it to a method using ref to update its properties. However, using mutable structs is generally not recommended. Here's the workaround I promised. By using the key to update your sorted list after modifying the value, you can effectively mimic the SetByIndex functionality. This method is efficient and keeps your code clean. And there you have it. You now have a way to modify values in a System.Collections.Generic.SortedList without the SetByIndex method. Remember, adapting to the tools at your disposal is key in programming. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.